Attention all handlers, attention all handlers. This is the 5-minute call to handlers meeting for splash number 1. 5-minute call to handlers meeting for splash number 1. We'll be out back as always. Thank you. welcome to Dogmode. This is the Halloween Spooktakular here. We are North America Diving Dog Sanctioned Facility here in Salt Lake City, Utah. 56 dogs in splash number 1 this evening. First up on the dock will be Nicole and Javi. This is one of our brand new teams. They're super. And brand new team coming up here, Nicole and Javi. Maybe. Oh, okay. Yeah, we need her super fast. You're going to get wet, I promise. Like, literally, I'm usually, like, drenched. Where's Nicole? Oh. Yeah, they weren't good. They're just Columbia ski pants with Gore-Tex. They were really good. Oh. They are. This is Nicole and Javi. Okay, still your list for a second. On deck, I've got Willow, followed by Viator, Tua, Tonic, Tekka, and Taro. Competitive jump for this team right here. Just barely took up the sport. Recently been practicing quite a bit. This is Nicole and Javi. We are going to reset Javi's ball for him. Each competitor is allowed this once per jump by NADD rules. There you go. Kind of a bonus. I can help out a little more when I'm not judging. I want to thank Steve and Kristen for offering to judge splash number 1 tonight for us. Come on, Javi. You got it, buddy. Very unlike Javi. He's brand new to the sport, but never doesn't want to go. Go get it, buddy. Come on, Javi. Go get it, mister. Go get it, buddy. Come on, Javi. That will take away the practice jump, but we do still have 2 score jumps coming up. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here for Nicole and Javi. There you are, buddy. Come on, Javi. Javi, come on, buddy. Go get it, mister. We do this all the time. Go get it, Javi. Come on, buddy. Javi, it's right there, bud. Come on. Come on, Javi. That's my boy. Go get it, Javi. Come on, buddy. Come on, Javi. That's my boy. Good boy, Javi. Jump number 1 is going to come in at 3 feet and 0 inches. First ever score for Nicole and Javi comes in at 3 feet and 0 inches. Good boy. Nicole, you still have one more. You have one more jump. Good man, Javi, that a boy. That's going to be quite a bit bigger on jump number 2, all the way out to 3 feet 9 inches. Good boy, Javi. Brand new personal best for that team right there at 3 feet and 9 inches. Good boy, Javi. Next 3 up is going to be Willow, followed by Viator and Tua. Good boy, Javi. First ever score with North America Diving Dogs is 3 feet and 9 inches. Good boy. Scored jump number 1 for Willow comes in at 4 feet 0 inches. Another brand new team. First ever scored jump for Willow, 4 feet and 0 inches. Jump number 2 for Willow comes in at 3 feet and 6 inches. 3 feet and 6 inches. That's going to bring me to Patricia and Viator, followed by Danielle and Tua, Tracy and Tonic. This is Patricia and Viator. Viator has a personal best of 14 feet 0 inches. Current average of 13 feet and 6 inches. Non-scored practice jump for this team right there. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here for Patricia and Viator. Another fairly new team, Belgian Malinois. Scored jump number 1 for Viator comes in at 11 feet and 9 inches. 11 feet 9 inches on jump number 1. Good boy, Viator. Nice jump on jump number 2, all the way out to 12 feet 3 inches. Good boy. On deck is Danielle and Tua. The dock will be Danielle and Viator, or excuse me, and Tua. Tua, I'm sorry. Viator was just up. Brand new team as well, competed in 1 event so far. This is Danielle and her foster dog, Tua. And he's out. Yeah. Non-scored practice jump number 1 for Danielle and Tua. Good boy. Nice job there by Danny and Tua. Oh, no practice jump. Right to 20 feet and 0 inches on jump number 1. 20 feet and 2 inches. Good thing I wasn't judging. I thought he had a practice on there. Yep, gotcha. Oh, sorry, 20 feet 0 inches. Ignore me. Go by what I mean, not by what I say. I meant also when I said 2 the first time, but then I sucked myself right into saying it again. Scored jump number 2 coming up right here for Danielle and Tua. Good man, Tua. Good boy. Jump number 2 going to be out there as well. Little bit shorter, but still a nice jump by Tua at 17 feet and 3 inches. Jump number 1, a huge one at 20 feet 0 inches. I believe that even tied his personal best. Oh, missed it by 1 inch. Almost a new personal best. Good boy. It is what it is. What are we doing? That's going to bring us to Tracy Hudson from Matt, Colorado, and Tonic. On deck, followed by Leslie and Tekka, Jade and Taro, Tatum and Sin, Kristen and Slice. was that? Steal that for a minute. I just want to write down number of jumps. Big splash by Tonic. Steve was smart and dodged that one. Oh, sorry. Epic fail. Epic fail. Scored jump number 1 comes in at 19 feet and 3 inches for Tonic. 19 feet and 3 inches. On deck is Tekka, followed by Taro, Sin, Slice, Skye, Silas, Shadow, Big Scout, Raya, and Ruby. Tonic has a huge personal best of 24 feet 0 inches. Current average sits at 18 feet and 11 inches. Ton of speed down the dock on that. Jump number 2 is going to come in at 16 feet and 9 inches. Jump number 2, 16 feet and 9 inches for Tonic. Next 4 up will be Tekka, followed by Taro, Sin, and Slice. What's it? Non-scored practice jump for Leslie and Tekka right there once again on deck. Jade and Taro, Tatum and Sin, Kristen and Slice, Teresa and Skye. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here for Leslie and Tekka. This team does on a nice personal best of 20 feet and 3 inches. Current average sits at 18 feet and 10 inches. We are running reverse alphabetical order this evening, and Sunday tomorrow will be A to Z. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here for Leslie and Tekka. Jade and Taro, Tatum and Sin, Kristen and Slice. Jump number 1 for Tekka. Steve says jump number 1 comes in at 14 feet 0 inches on jump number 1. 14 feet and 0 inches. Jump number 1. Jump number 2 coming up right here on deck will be Jade and Taro, Tatum and Sin, Kristen and Slice, Teresa and Skye, Debbie and Silas, Peter and Shadow. Sorry. Scored jump number 2 comes in at 15 feet 6 inches, a whole 1.5 foot improvement from jump number 1 to jump number 2. 15 feet and 6 inches. Once again, want to thank Steve and Kristen for offering to judge splash number 1 for us tonight. Want to thank all of our sponsors this weekend, Atlas Outfitters, Dogmode, Wasatch Canine Fitness and Training, as well as Draw It Out, makers of fine liniment for spray for dogs. Next up on the dock will be Jade and Taro, followed by Tatum and Sin, Kristen and Slice, Teresa and Skye, Debbie and Little Silas, Peter and Shadow. Non-scored practice jump coming up right here for Jade and Taro. Tatum and Sin on deck. Kristen and Slice. Teresa and Skye. Taro does own a huge personal best of 26 feet 0 inches. Current average of 23 feet 8 inches. Wow. Must be Halloween. That's a half arm in there. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here for Jade and Taro. Once again, current average of 23 feet 8 inches. Personal best way out at 26 feet 0 inches. Another good-looking jump there by Taro. Scored jump number 1 is going to come in at 21 feet 3 inches on jump number 1, 21 feet and 3 inches. Scored jump number 2 coming up next. On deck will be Tatum and Sin, followed by Kristen and Slice. Nice midair grab by Taro on jump number 2. Score on that one coming in right here. Steve says jump number 2 is 19 feet 9 inches on jump number 2. Good jump at 19 feet 9 inches. So this is Leslie and Sin, no Tatum. Have Leslie. Nice push off the end by Little Sin there. All the little ones do it. All the little ones, where you'd think they couldn't wait to get back out of the water. On dock right now is Leslie and Sin, followed by Kristen and Slice, Teresa and Skye, Debbie and Little Silas, Peter and Shadow, and then the 2 scouts. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here for Leslie and Sin. Big splash from Sin right there. Jump number 1 is going to come in at 21 feet 0 inches. 21 feet 0 inches on jump number 1. Good girl, Sin. On deck once again, Kristen and Slice, followed by Teresa and Skye, Debbie and Silas, Peter and Shadow, Shane and Scout, Sarah and Scout. Scored jump number 2 coming up right here for Leslie and Sin. They do own a huge personal best of 29 feet 2 inches. Current average sits at 23 feet and 1 inch. Lot of hang time for Sin on jump number 2. Jump number 2, just a little bit shorter. Still a nice jump for Sin. Comes in at 20 feet and 3 inches. 20 feet and 3 inches on jump number 2. Just watch. Lady on the dock right now, this is Kristen and Slice. Little Belgian Malinois, huge personal best of 25 feet 9 inches. Current average of 24 feet 2 inches, elite level dog. On deck, I've got Teresa and Skye, followed by Debbie and Silas, Peter and Shadow, Shane and Scout, Sarah and Scout. Non-scored practice jump coming up right here for Slice. Nice mid-air grab right there. First time in the dog mode pool. Still definitely not unusual when they're used to going in the above ground or in and out of the above ground pools. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here for Kristen and Slice, Teresa and Skye on deck, Debbie and Silas, Peter and Shadow, Shane and Scout, Sarah and Scout. Here we go, Slice. Jump number 1 coming up right here. It's again personal best. I'm sorry if I'm. Jump number 1 going to come in at 12 feet and 9 inches on jump number 1. 12 feet and 9 inches. Get ready for jump number 2. We got lots more in us than that one, Slice. Here we go. Once again, this dog does have a huge personal best of 25 feet 9 inches. Current average of 24 feet and 2 inches. Here we go, Slice. Kristen and Slice all the way from Hudson, Wisconsin. Much, much better on jump number 2. That was really nice, Slice. All the way out into the elite division, all the way coming in at 24 feet 2 inches on jump number 2. Much better, 24 feet and 2 inches. Nice job, Slice. Double jump number 1. Jump number 1, double to jump number 2. From jump number 1 to jump number 2. Definitely see that every now and then here for the first time in the dog mode pool. Something new to them. Next up on the dock, this is your event coordinator. This is Teresa and her Belgian Malinois. This is Skye. Skye is a 2-time super vertical national champion. Slowest big jumping dog you'll ever see. Usually you think of big jumps in this sport, tons and tons of speed coming down the dock. Will not see that here. Everything comes from the final 3 steps. I would not get that wrong. Skye does own a personal best all the way out at 28 feet 6 inches. Current average sits at 26 feet and 10 inches. Safe ballpark. 24, 25. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here from Teresa and Skye. Teresa is head trainer at our main sponsor, Wasatch Canine Fitness and Training. Scored jump number 1. A lot of hang time. Did not look to be one of Skye's best jumps on that one. Much shorter that one. 22 feet 6 inches on jump number 1. 22 feet and 6 inches on jump number 1 for Skye. Jump number 2 coming up right here for Teresa and Skye. Jump number 1, 22 feet 6 inches. Jump number 2 looked to be a little bit better perhaps. Much bigger on jump number 2, out to 23 feet and 3 inches on jump number 2. 2 good ways to get going for Skye early in the weekend. Jump number 2, much, much better than jump number 1. Still not normal-looking Skye jumps by any means on jump number 1. That's okay. 8 more splashes to go this weekend. That's going to bring us to Debbie and little man Silas, a.k.a. Tito. Want to thank Deborah and guest holder Cindy on the back of the dock. Want to thank these two for running our admin booth for us each and every weekend. Want to give a shout out to Julie and Randy as well, running this fabulous live stream for you folks out there. We got you for 3. On deck, Peter and Shadow, Shane and Big Scout, Sarah and Scout, Jakoy and Raya, Mary Beth and Ruby, followed by Mia and River, Ashley and Payne. Good little man, Silas. Good little man. Fast little guy down the dock, has a huge personal best of 19 feet 4 inches. Current average a little bit shorter than that at 12 feet 3 inches. Sometimes this guy just has great weekends and everything's a huge jump. Jump number 1 for Silas. Comes in at 10 feet 0 inches on jump number 1. 10 feet and 0 inches. Come on, little man, we got this. Let's go up and get that toy, buddy. Go up and get that tug. Rip it right out of the air, my man. On deck, Peter and Shadow, followed by Shane and Big Scout, Sarah and Scout, Jakoy and Raya, Mary Beth and Ruby. Much, much better on jump number 2. That a boy, Silas. All the way out to 12 feet 3 inches on jump number 2. Big improvement on jump number 2. Good boy, Silas. Good boy. 3. That is going to bring us to Peter and Shadow, followed by Shane and Scout, Sarah and Scout. This is This is our little girl, Shadow. Shadow, the therapy dog. Non-scored practice jump coming up from Shadow right here. Good girl. Good girl, Shadow. That will be her non-scored practice jump. Get her back up there for 2 more scored jumps. On deck, Shane and Big Scout, followed by Sarah and Scout, Jakoy and Raya, Mary, Beth, and Ruby. Okay. Perfect. Peter and Shadow scored jump number 1 coming up right here. Here we go, Shadow. We got this, Shadow. That's my girl. You go get it. Come on, silly girl. You go get it. You got a wave? I got it. Toy reset on score jump number 1 for Peter and Shadow. Oh, maybe. That thing is heavy. Lucky. There's a saying that goes along with that, but I don't think that's age appropriate. Here we go, Shadow. Yes, good girl. That's how we do it, Shadow. That's how we do it. Good girl. Jump number 1 for Shadow comes in at 9 feet and 3 inches. Good girl. Nice push off from a near standstill. Good girl, Shadow. On deck, Shane and Scout, Sarah and Scout, Jakoy and Raya, Mary Beth, and Ruby. Yes, good girl, Shadow. That's how we do it. Good girl. Good girl. That's how we do it, Shadow. Score number 2 comes in a little bit shorter. Still a nice jump at 8 feet 0 inches. Good girl, Shadow. You are being summoned, young lady. 6 is not uno, sir. Julie, do you want to teach us some Spanish over here? Because I don't think 6 and uno are the same thing. Straighten this fella out over here. This dog. This is Scout, the chocolate lab. Scout, the black lab will be next. Non-scored practice jump right there. Right off the short dock. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here. Tell her I'll point over. Tell her I'll probably like point to her when I need her. I won't yet. Okay. Yes. Then you're on. It's a lot of pressure, Chelsea. Jump number 1 coming up right here for Shane and Scout. Team does have a huge personal best of 25 feet 6 inches. Current average of 25 feet 0 inches. Good boy, Scout. Jump number 1 comes in at 19 feet and 9 inches on jump number 1. 19 feet 9 inches. Two coming up right here for Scout. On deck is Sarah and Scout. Followed by Jakoy and Raya. Nice toss. Good looking jump for Scout right there. I think number 2 is going to be quite a bit bigger. Little bit bigger on jump number 2, all the way out to 20 feet and 6 inches on jump number 2. 20 feet and 6 inches for Scout. Next 4 up will be Jakoy and Raya, Mary Beth and Ruby, Mia and River, Ashley and Payne, Steve and Ono. I guess that's the next 5 up, but still. Erica and Nova. Uno. Oh. Bad dog. That's where we're headed. So it's not number 1. This is Jakoy and Raya. This team owns a huge personal best of 4 feet 8 inches. Average for this team sits at 3 feet and 11 inches. Oh, I skipped Scout. Never mind. Sorry, Sarah, I skipped you. It's Sarah and Scout. You were like, I'm like, and I couldn't figure out what you were pointing at because mine's got no numbers on it, so I keep getting off. I had him print me another one, so I had stuff in front of me here. This is Tom, Sarah, and Scout, one of my very favorite teams. Scout was the maid of honor in their wedding recently. Beautiful, beautiful ceremony up in Midvale. These guys. Scored practice jump coming up here for Tom, Sarah, and Scout. Good girl, little Scout. Scout does own a really nice personal best set last event out of 17 feet 0 inches. Just the other night, I'm pretty sure she would have stretched that distance out a little. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here for Sarah and Scout and Tom. 17 feet 0 inches. Personal best. Current average of 16 feet 3 inches. On deck, Jakoy and Raya, followed by Mary, Beth, and Ruby. Mia and River. Ashley and Payne. Steven. Oh, no. Nice looking jump by Scouty right there. Jump number 1 comes in at 13 feet 0 inches for Scouty. 13 feet 0 inches. Good girl. Good girl, Scout. Scored jump number 2 coming up right here for Tom, Sarah, and Scout. Jump number 2 for Scout. Look to be a little bit low on jump number 2. Going to come in at 12 feet 6 inches. Good girl, Scout. 12 feet 6 inches on jump number 2. Good girl. Now that's going to bring us to Jakoy and Raya. I'm back on track now, Steve. Mary, Beth, and Ruby on deck, followed by Mia and River, Ashley and Payne, Stephen, Oh No, Erica and Nova. Righty. That's going to bring us to Jakoy and Raya, followed by Mary, Beth, and Ruby. Mia and River, Ashley and Payne, Steve and Ono. Good girl, Raya. Non-scored practice jump for her. Good girl, Raya. On deck, Mary, Beth, and Ruby. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here for Jakoy and Raya. Jump number 1 for Raya comes in at 2 feet and 11 inches. 2 feet and 11 inches on jump number 1. Good girl, Raya does have that really great personal best of 4 feet 8 inches, current average of 3 feet and 11 inches. On deck, Mary, Beth, and Ruby, Mia and River, Ashley and Payne. Jump number 2 going to be just a little bit shorter. Comes in at 2 feet and 3 inches on jump number 2. 2 feet and 3 inches. Jump number 1 just a little bit longer at 2 feet and 11 inches. Good girl, Raya. Bring us next to Mary, Beth, and Ruby. Followed by Mia and River, Ashley and Payne, Steve and Ono, Erica and Nova, Cali and Murphy, Debbie and Moose, Katie and Mitzi. Don't take that. Okay. Don't take that. I'm going to need it in a second. I'll need that again in a second. Don't take that. Okay. Wife. Holders failing her own duty. Epic fail on the holder's part. Filling in now will be Cindy Dowling. Mary Beth and the big jumping Ruby. Ruby owns a huge personal best of 26 feet 7 inches. Current average of 21 feet 7 inches. That a girl, Ruby. Nice jump right there. That was a big one. Big jump by Ruby all the way out to 25 feet 4 inches. Good girl, Ruby. Good girl. Nice push off the end of the dock. That a girl, Ruby. Nice jump. 25 feet 4 inches. Good girl. Nice run down the dock. Huge push off the end. Good girl, Rubes. Nice looking toss by Mary Beth. Had a really good night of practice just a few nights ago. Scored jump number 2 coming up right here for Mary Beth and Ruby. That was a great way to get the weekend started. Another big jump by Ruby. Good girl. Jump number 2, going to be another big one, just a little bit shorter, but still huge all the way out to 24 feet 10 inches. Good girl, Ruby. That a girl, Ruby. Good way to start your weekend. Nice job. Ripping my vinyl off the pool with those big waves, Ruby. Good girl, Ruby. 2 really nice Ruby jumps right there. Good girl, Rubes. That's going to bring us to page 2 of the judges' sheet. This will be Mia and River, followed by Ashley and Payne, Steve and Ono, Erica and Nova, Cali and Murphy, Debbie and Moose, Katie and Mitzi, Chris and Mako. Non-scored practice jump coming up right here for Mia and River. This team does own that personal best of 11 feet 2 inches. Current average of 9 feet and 6 inches. Payne on deck, followed by Ono, Nova, Murphy, Moose, Mitzi, Mako, and Chaka. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here for River. Once again, Payne, Ono, Nova, Murphy, Moose, and Mitzi. That's what he corrected me on that. Now I'm so confused. I need clarification. It is Uno, like the number? He's messing with me because I said that. He said I was wrong. Steve, I'm getting you back for that one. Jump number 1 for River comes in at 7 feet 8 inches on jump number 1. 7 feet and 8 inches. Jump number 2 coming up right here for Mia and River. Here we go on jump number 2. Jump number 2 comes in exact same score of 7 feet and 8 inches. Nice job, River. Back-to-back scores of 7 feet and 8 inches. Nice job. That's going to bring us to Ashley and Payne. I want to thank Ashley and Katie with her back there. These two got a booth out back. Stop and see them for crate tags and collar tags. Great items to pick up while you're here this weekend. Payne's got a really nice personal best, 12 feet 1 inches, current average of 10 feet and 3 inches. On deck is Steven Uno, Erica and Nova, Cali and Murphy. Nice job, Payne. Sorry, but I won't distract you. You do your thing. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here for Ashley and Payne. Steven Uno, followed by Erica and Nova, Cali and Murphy, Debbie and Moose. Katie will be back up there with Mitzi, and Chris and her Belgian Malinois, Mako. Scored jump number 1 for Payne right here. Jump number 1 for Payne comes in at 9 feet and 6 inches on jump number 1. 9 feet 6 inches on jump number 1. Just under that current average of 10 feet 3 inches. Good way to start the weekend, right around your average. Scored jump number 2 coming up right here. Jump number 2 going to be a little bit bigger for Payne, all the way out to 10 feet and 8 inches. 10 feet 8 inches. Good job, Payne. You want this? Oh, I thought you were trying to take honors, and I was good with that. This is Steve and Uno, Holder, Kristen on the back of the dock. Non-scored practice jump coming up here for Steve and his Belgian Malinois. Team owns a humongous personal best of 27 feet 11 inches. Current average of 24 feet and 2 inches. Another Wisconsin jumping dog here. All the way from the frozen tundra of Hudson, Wisconsin. Non-scored practice jump right here. Big splash on the little dog. It's a big, big wubba. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here for Uno. On deck is Nova, followed by Murphy, Moose, Mitzi, Mako, and Chaka. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here for Steve and Uno. Jump number 1 for Uno comes in at 19 feet 5 inches on jump number 1. 19 feet 5 inches. Saw Kristen up there earlier with a short jump and then almost doubled up the score on jump number 2. See if we can get that from Uno as well. On deck, Nova, followed by Murphy, Moose, Mitzi, Mako, Chaka, Maisie, and Mava. Scored jump number 2 coming up right here for Uno. Much, much bigger on jump number 2. Nice job by Uno. Coming in way out there at 23 feet and 10 inches on jump number 2. 23 feet and 10 inches. Nice job, Uno. 23 feet, 10 inches will be their score on splash number 1. And in the pool area comes all-world wrangler Peter Davidson. You've been overtaken for number 1 in the world by Chelsea over here. Chelsea is the new world number 1 wrangler, Peter Davidson. That will bring us to Erica and Nova. Cool. It's a roll. This is Erica and her little yellow lab, Nova. Nova thinks she's part werewolf, I think. Exactly. Proving my point exactly, Nova. Non-scored practice jump coming up right here for Nova. On deck is Murphy, followed by Moose, Mitzi, and Mako. Warm up on the short dock. That a girl, Nova. Nice job. Good midair grab. Get her back up there in a good run for scored jump number 1. What? Number 1 coming up right here for Nova. Nova does own a really nice personal best of 19 feet 7 inches. Current average of 18 feet 2 inches. Got her back there. Looks like what appears to be about 22 feet on the dock. 24 feet, I think. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here for Nova. That a girl, Nova. Nice jump right there on their first one of the weekend. All the way out to 16 feet 5 inches on jump number 1. Good girl, Nova. 16 feet 5 inches to get the weekend started. That away. On deck, Cali and Murphy, Debbie and Moose, Katie and Mitzi, Chris and Mako, Steve and Chaka, Callie and Maisie, Katie and Mava. Scored jump number 2 coming up right here for Erica. Scored jump number 2 getting ready to go right here for Erica and Nova. Good girl, Nova. Nice jump on jump number 2. Looked to be quite a bit bigger. Indeed it is. All the way out to 17 feet 8 inches. Good girl, Nova. 17 feet 8 inches on jump number 2. Good job. Going to bring us to Cali and Murphy, followed by Debbie and Moose, Katie and Mitzi. Non-scored practice jump coming up right here on deck. Debbie and Moose, Katie and Mitzi, Chris and Mako. This is Cali and Murphy. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here. Murphy does have a personal best of 14 feet 10 inches. Current average of 11 feet 6 inches. Next 4 up, Moose, Mitzi, Mako, and Chaka. Jump number 1 for Murphy comes in at 9 feet and 6 inches. 9 feet and 6 inches. On deck, Debbie and Moose, Katie and Mitzi, Chris and Mako. Jump number 2 going to be just a little bit shorter at 6 feet 0 inches on jump number 2. 6 feet 0 inches, score of 9 feet 6 inches on jump number 1. And I'll hand the reins back off to Steve here. Oh, yeah, I want some of that too. Thank you. You did a good job. Thanks, Chelsea. You just took Peter's spot of number 1 right. Wife. This is Debbie and Moose. No practice jumps coming up for Moose. Yes. Good girl, Moose. Ton of speed off the end that time. Good girl. Jump number 1, a good one for Moose, comes in at 20 feet and 6 inches. Good girl, Moose, 20 feet and 6 inches, right at that season average of 20 feet 9 inches. Personal best of 23 feet and 2 inches. On deck is Katie and Mitzi, followed by Chris and Mako. Cali and Maisie, Katie and Mava, Georgia and Louie, Kristen and Lolly. Good girl, Moose. Good girl. Another good jump from Moose right there. 20 feet 0 inches on jump number 2. Another really nice jump of 20 feet 0 inches. Good girl, Moose. Great way to start the weekend. Good girl, Moose. We'll see Debbie back up here in just a little bit with Libby. used to. Good hot chocolate out at Dottie Mays. Has hot chocolate, soup, and chili. And sandwiches. And apparently coffee. Scored jump number 1 coming up right here for Katie and Mitzi on deck. Chris and Mako, Cali and Maisie. Katie will be back up there with Mava. Good girl, Mitzi. Good way to start off the weekend right there. Score number 1 is going to come in at 16 feet 6 inches. Good girl, Mitzi. 16 feet 6 inches on jump number 1. Good job. Good way to start the weekend right there. Scored jump number 2 coming up right here for Mitzi on deck. Chris and Mako, Cali and Maisie, Katie and Mava, Georgia and Louie, Kristen and Lolly, Abby and Logan, Cindy and Little D, Debbie and Libby, Ashley and Larry. Right now we got jump number 2 coming up from Mitzi and Katie. Another good-looking jump by Mitzi. Almost identical scores, just a little bit shorter on jump number 2 at 16 feet 0 inches. Good girl, Mitzi. 16 feet 0 inches. Official score will be 16 feet and 6 inches. Who are you going to wear in here next? First we got the Niners. Usually we have Dallas. Now we got the Seahawks. Oh, when you lose tomorrow, you're wearing BYU? Oh, Sunday after they lose tomorrow, Julie says. And you're buying dinner. Oh, big bet going on there. All that really matters is Iowa beats Penn State. That's all that matters. Big showdown inside of Kinnick Stadium tomorrow. Number 3, Iowa versus number 4, Penn State. Big jumping Malinois. This is Chris and Mako. He's pretty consistent, 26, 27. One coming up right here for Chris and Mako. Nice toss by Chris. Big jump by Mako right there. All the way out to 27 feet 3 inches. 27 feet and 3 inches for Mako on jump number 1. "27 feet 3 inches, Jules." I know, but I heard you ask. I've just got your back. We're a team. It is about time, but I heard something once, so I thought I would help. Usually I'm deaf over here. Scored jump number 2 coming up right here for Chris and Mako. Beautiful toss. Good looking jump on jump number 1. All the way out to 27 feet 3 inches. Correct. And it's still 27 feet 3 inches if you're asking again. Another good looking jump by Mako right there. Going to push the needle out a little bit further, all the way out to 27 feet 9 inches on jump number 2. Good boy, Mako. 2 really good-looking jumps to start out the weekend for that team. That's going to bring us to Steve, Christine, and Chaka. Is it advanced or just regular? Elite title right there for Chris and Mako. Congratulations. Gotcha. Yep. You guys can, that's fine. We just need to update Jules so she's got it right now. And more. Two scored jumps come in at 14 feet 6 inches for Chaka, then 14 feet 3 inches. That's going to bring us to Cali and Maisie. Cali and Maisie. On deck, Katie and Mava. Changing it to 2 from 3. No practice